What is going on, everyone? Drag here. Today I'm going to go ahead and show you a super easy to run defense and also a few different ways you can run the defense in order to counter your opponent. So here's a quick overview of the defense. You can see it comes screaming. Let's dive into it. Today we are going to go ahead and break down a defense here. It's going to be out of 4-3 even 6-1. You can find it in 4-3 multiple playbook. Now there is a well-known 4-3-6-1 blitz here. That's not what I'm going to touch on today. Before we begin, just want to note that at your outside linebacker spots, you want to have fast linebackers. Usually also want to make sure they have good coverage stats, like zone coverage. And then at your end spots here, get ends that have high speed with Excel if possible. Aside from that, usually have house calls at the safety and cornerback spots if you can do so, just to improve your chances at catching a pick. So the coaching adjustments here is very easy. All I do is put autoflip off, defensive motion response disabled, safety width to pinch, safety depth to close, and then you can just adjust your zone drops as you see fit. I usually just select hooks and put them between 5 to 15. Aside from that here, you don't really need to change the shell at all. You can use either Samuel Blitz or cover 4 quarters, but I'll dive into that a little bit more here throughout the rest of the video. So just to begin here, we're going to select cover 4 quarters. Let's dive into it. So we've broken the huddle here. You can see it looks like this. Now, what we want to do here for this defense, this is going to be a new version of the Texas defense. And we'll go over a couple of other things here with it as well. So in order to set up the Texas stunt, go ahead and go left on your D-pad, press the right bumper. Then we're going to go ahead and go left on the D-pad again. So if you see at the bottom here, it says Texas 4-man. Go ahead and select that. You can see you're going to have the Texas stunt on both sides here. It's not going to look like it's on the left, but it is. And all you do for the defense is spread your line. You can shade down as well to take away the match. I'll basically use her on one of these sides here just to help shoot the gap in case they decide to run the ball. But we're going to go ahead and hike the ball. This time it didn't come through, but you can see we got really good pressure. Let me give it another go here. I'm going to call hike. See right there? That's what happens with the defense. It's pretty nasty. Let's go ahead and show the replay. See? Called hike here. Here he comes, screaming through. So one thing here with the Texas stunts, and I'll just kind of show it to you. A lot of times people will just roll out immediately. So you can see we're just taking it to the outside. A lot of the times you can give up either broken plays. Let's do it again here so you can see. See it rolling out here. Look how easy it is to just get outside of the pocket. Now, what you want to do here is if your opponent rolls to the right a lot, you'll pull up your stunt menu again. And then you see here where it says left Texas 2-man. You can select that with A on Xbox or X on PlayStation. So it gives you a stunt on the left side. You can simply contain, spread your line, the defense is set. And then from there, if they try to roll right, you're going to be able to easily shut that down because you have a contain out there. And then you still have the chance to have the Texas stunt come in on the left. So you can see we're trying to roll right. No go, because I have this contain there. I'll show you in that replay. You can see, try rolling right. Nothing you can do. So the other thing here is if they like to roll left, you won't see it as much just because there isn't really a lot of left-handed quarterbacks that are used. So people tend to roll out right more. But pull up our stunt menu here. If you go to the right on the D-pad, you see at the bottom here, it says right Texas 2-man. You select that with X on Xbox or square on PlayStation. Then you can contain, spread your defensive line. Defense is all set. Basically, you have the stunt coming from the right, and then You have the contain on the left edge now. Now you are taking away the double Texas, but you still are able to possibly get it through. Other than that, you just make it a little bit harder for your opponent to roll out to that left side. So what that does is basically just get your opponent to stay in the pocket. And then what that'll allow you to do is to start mixing in this Texas four-man a little bit more and just kind of confuse them a little bit because they're not understanding or going to know if there's going to be a contain out there. So they're not sure if they can just sprint out wide. And that's going to allow you to send this four-man Texas stunt at him and get easy pressure. You can see that's what we're doing here. Here he comes. I got one guy come through. He got picked up before he got to the quarterback, but we still got a nice insta-shed here and took the sack. So another thing that I'm just going to touch on here is, aside from setting up the defense here, just some quick coverage shells that you can use. I'm going to go ahead and shade down. This is a nice stock coverage shell. You can go ahead and do this here. You put one safety in a hook, one safety in a third. Feel free to run it opposite, just like this as well, just to kind of give your opponents a different look. You can do this shell here. The linebacker here, I would put him in a yellow or man him up to like the running back or something like that. So that's another coverage shell that you can do. The other coverage shell looks similar. Just going to set it up here. Except for it looks like this. Just a lot of quick, easy coverage shells that you can set up with this quarters defense, which will obviously be very, very good with these different stunts behind it. Basically the blitz as well. So just touching on it here, you have the send 6 defense still too. You can run it, you can contain if you want, you don't have to contain. You'll see that it will run it here and it'll come through. You can see he's coming off the edge. You can mix in the send 6. One other nice thing about the Texas defense as well. Set up the defense here. You can go ahead and select a Texas four-man, and then you can basically put a purple on the opposite edge. Then you have the Texas stunt, and then having an extra blitzer on the same side as the Texas stunt will either allow him to come straight in like that, or it'll just allow the Texas to loop in better. So you can see here, we had the Texas stunt. It crashed in the line, forced everybody to go inside, leaving this guy wide open. All right, we have the defense set up. It literally takes half a second here if you just want to send 5. Look to see there, we got double pressure. We got somebody off the edge, as well as the Texas came in that time too. So look at that. Your opponent's going to have a tough time in the office here with 2 people screaming at their face. That's all you do. It's all set up. Hopefully the tight end doesn't bump them. See, the tight end just chipped them. But you can see how it helps the Texas stunt come in better if the linebacker doesn't just come around the edge himself. See, here he comes. So what I would do here is, if you're wanting to send 4, just sending your defensive line here, and then just adjust through the cycle through the Texas four-man, the left 2 Texas and contain, and then the right 2 Texas and contain. Run this out of the quarters and adjust your coverage shells appropriately. If you want to mix in 17-5 or 6, run the man version here, the Samuel Blitz 3, and then you can either send 6, you can set up the four-man Texas, and then from there you can zone out a side if you want. It's ultimately up to you here. You kind of have free reign here, but there's a lot that you can do out of this formation in this game. It's something that I was messing with last night, and it's easy to disguise and confuse opponents. And I think I'm going to be running it a lot more as the year goes on. So I hope you all did enjoy today's video. If you found it helpful, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions at all, just comment below. I get to them as quickly as I can. I'll see you next time.